What's going on, everybody? It's Pete with another video, and today I'm going to show you how amazing Generative Fill is in Photoshop. Whether you're a wedding photographer, a portrait photographer, landscape photographer, or just starting out on your photography journey, I'm here to help you develop those editing skills. Let's just jump right in. So in this photograph, it's absolutely wonderful, beautiful sky, beautiful landscape, lovely lines, dissecting lines going across the landscape. And what is detracting from this image? It is the fence line. So you're always looking for things that will detract the eye or in a negative way from your main focal point, which is obviously the bride here, and the way she intersects all the different layers in the background. But it's the fence, obviously, a barbed wire fence with posts, and we want to get rid of it. So what are we going to do? We're going to choose the Lasso tool, and we are going to draw right down over here. And we're going to click in this little box here, and then we're not going to type anything in, and we're just going to click generate, and it's going to produce 3 different versions. And if we don't like the first version, we can have a look at the other 2. So it's just thinking about it now, and there we go. This is the first version that it's done. Let's have a look at the second. That's quite good, though this shade around here looks a bit suspect. Let's have a look at the third. The third is pretty good. To compare, we go back to the original. So I like that. And we're just going to go in now and check what it's done and just compare to the original. And there's a few little things we need to change. But I'm pretty happy with that. That looks really, really good. So we're just going to come out now. Command 0 on the keyboard. And I really like that. So I'm just going to highlight both the layers here, over here in the layers palette. And I'm just going to flatten those layers. And now, because I'm happy with that, I'm going to come over to this part of the fence line, and I'm going to do exactly the same with the Lasso tool. I'm going to highlight this whole area. Just come right in over here. And yeah, and just click in the box there, but we're not going to type in any commands. We're just going to hit generate. And that one there is pretty good straight off the bat. That's pretty good. Let's just compare. Though it has removed the shape of the hill, so I'm not massively convinced by that one. So let's just choose this one here. That looks a bit more interesting. Okay, let's just compare that one. I don't like this bit here, but I do quite like this one. But let's have a look up close to this one. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's just compare. Yeah, I really like that. So I think what we'll do is we will just flatten this down. And what we're going to do now is clean the image up a little bit. So I'm going to use the remove tool, which is J on the keyboard. And I'm just going to go in now and just clean up little areas where the generative AI was a little bit imprecise. just going to come out, and there we go. There's a few other little areas that you could remove, little bits that are distracting your eye away from the focal point, which is the bridal course. And so I would just clean those areas up. But there you go, guys. So that is how to remove a fence line using generative AI. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, in this image, we have the bridesmaids, and I'm having a real giggle with them. They're laughing their heads off. It's a great picture, but of course, what we have over here is a car right in the way of this plant here. And we want to get rid of that. And we also want to tidy up a few things on the road. So what we're going to do, again, we're going to use generative AI. And we're going to choose L on the keyboard, the Lasso tool. And just going to cut round the car like that. And I'm not going to type anything in there. I'm just going to hit generate. And once again, it's going to come up with 3 versions, and we can choose the best version over here. And here we go. Okay, so that first version is not good at all. Let's just remove this out of the way. So let's try that. It's getting better, but still not very good. And I'm not particularly happy with that either. So I'm going to hit the regeneration button using that one, because that was the best one. And there we go. Okay, so I don't like that one, and I don't like that one, and I don't like that one either. So I'm going to go back to this one here, and we're just going to have a closer look to see what we think is wrong with this image. So what I would like to have seen was a bit more of the pampas grass here. So we're just going to flatten these layers down. So I've highlighted both layers, and Command E will flatten the layers. And I'm just going to go into this section now and just going to highlight this area here like this. And I'm going to say, I'm just going to hit regenerate first to see what happens. And not really pleased with that. No, that's looking a bit more interesting. That one there. Let's just go back to the original. That's what we had. And that is actually more realistic than the original there. The darker green there looks more interesting. I quite like that. So we're just going to now highlight both those layers and flatten, Command E. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean that area up a little bit for any unwanted artifact that the generative AI produced. So I'm going to come over here. If you choose J on the keyboard, and if I come over here, you can see that that's the remove tool. So J on the keyboard, and I'm now just going to remove anything that I think is either a duplicated area that's not looking quite right, like these little bits here. Okay, that's great. Okay, so I'm going to come back to the overall image, and there's a few little items on the road that I want to get rid of, leaves, things like that, just that are just a little bit distracting to the eye. I might actually get rid of this here, and the remove tool might actually just do it for me. Let's just see what happens. No, yeah, so that's removed that, and that looks really good. So I think I'll just change a few bits and pieces along here. I might just actually get rid of this whole section here with the remove tool, see what happens. Sometimes it doesn't make a very good job of it. Usually it does, and there you go. That's a great job. And anything distracting to the eye, guys, always remove it, like things like that. That are just distracting the eye from the focal point, which is all 5 ladies having a good time walking up the road. And there we have it, guys. Absolutely fantastic. Generative AI at its best. If you enjoyed this video, why not like and subscribe to my channel for more Photoshop and Lightroom training. See you on the next one.